Updated, March 6, 2019. History will be kind to me for I intend to write it. Winston Churchill. If you end up with a boring, miserable life because you listened to your mom, your dad, your teacher, your priest, or some guy on television telling you how to do your shit, then you deserve it. Frank Zappa. It's a funny thing about life. If you refuse to accept anything but the best, you very often get it. W. Somerset. Mom, life is funny. Things change, people change, but you will always be you, so stay true to yourself and never sacrifice who you are for anyone. Zayn Malik. If real life were a book, it would never find a publisher. Jasper. 40. Life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. John Lennon. When people hurt you over and over, think of them like sandpaper. They may scratch and hurt you a bit, but in the end, you end up polished and they end up useless. Some of the greatest things in life are unseen. That's why you close your eyes when you kiss, cry, or dream. Life is a whim of several billion cells to be you for a while. Do not lose hold of your dreams or aspirations. For if you do, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. Henry David Thoreau. Life is the game that must be played. Edwin Arlington Robinson. To succeed in life, you need three things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. Reba McEntire. The obvious is that which is never seen until someone expresses it simply. Khalil Gibran. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life: it goes on. Robert Frost. Not a shred of evidence exists in favor of the idea that life is serious. Brendan Gilb. Who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. Drive. Sue's. Life is worth living as long as there's a laugh in it. L.M. Montgomery. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life. Those the art of living well. Aristotle. Life is the art of drawing without an eraser. John D. Gardner. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is God's gift, that's why we call it the present. Joan Rivers. Families are like fudge, mostly sweet with a few nuts. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute, and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour, and it seems like a minute. That's relativity. Albert Einstein. You don't know the key to success, but the key to failure is trying to please everybody. Bill Cosby. Life is all about risks, and it requires you to jump. Don't be a person who has to look back and wonder what they would have or could have had. No one lives forever. Love is like driving a car at night. You never see further than your headlights, but you can make the whole trip that way. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Oscar Wilde. Friends are like bras, close to your heart and there for support. When life is sweet, say thank you and celebrate. And when life is bitter, say thank you and grow. Anne Molandor. If you want to know where your heart is, just look where your mind goes when it wanders. Life is like a cup of coffee or tea. No matter how bitter it may be, it is always enjoyable. Jason Wong. Life is too important to be taken